So hi everyone, I'm here live as promised, just a little bit late, 2 minutes past 12. I promised to come on live at 12 o'clock. So I have just decided to come on here to actually kind of repeat a workshop which I actually first of all gave on Saturday at the Women Like Me Business Club, run by Mavis Amankwa. It's a lovely, nurturing club. So if you're a woman and you're in business and you want to actually be as part of a group of women who are actually just trying to get into business, or not trying, but are in established businesses and running a business and really empowered to actually work, I'd recommend Women Like Me Business Club. It's absolutely amazing. It's high energy, it's nurturing, it's supporting. Anyway, I digress. I delivered this workshop, first of all, at the Women Like Me Business Club. Thank you, Mavis Amankwa. And I just thought, oh, why not deliver it again? Because it got great feedback. So I thought, yes, I'll deliver it again and I will come and talk to people about it. So before I start talking about how to make your business profitable, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I do. Some of you on this page at the moment are businesses, solopreneurs. You've got a second stream of income while you're working your 9 to 5, and that's absolutely fine. But I am an accountant and I work alongside you to actually make sure that you legally comply with HMRC and Companies House. So that means delivering your company accounts at your year end and also your tax returns to HMRC, and make sure you pay the right amount of taxes. Now, that's one side of what I do. The other side of what I do is I also work for more established businesses. You have an office, you got staff, but you need your finance processes to actually be tied in together. You need someone to kind of lead on the finance processes. Basically, you need a finance director for your small business. I come in part-time, 1 day a week, or 2 days a week, depending on how established your business is or how much work there is. And I can come into your business and take a look at your finance processes, get everything streamlined. It even includes setting up your accounting systems and getting you to a good place where you know what you're doing with your finances, and then you can employ maybe a business manager to go ahead and do that. But if you need a finance director permanently to work alongside you 2 days a week, then I am also available for that. So welcome. If you're watching me, I am Eunice. I'm an accountant and I work for small businesses, solopreneurs. I work as a finance director for small businesses. And I am talking about how to make your business profitable. Now, we've all gone into business and we're making sure that our business is profitable. We have to make sure that it is profitable. We're in it for profit, aren't we? We're just not going to go into business to make a loss. But how do we make sure that we do that? Before I start to talk about that, I want to define the difference between profit and cash. Yeah, profit and cash. They're two different things. Profit is your financial gain after you deduct your business expenses. So it's your financial gain after you deduct your business expenses. Cash, on the other hand, is money which you pay in and out of your business. It flows, it goes in and out of your business, and you pay for goods and services. Now, when you first of all look at it, you actually think they're actually the same, but they're not. They're actually quite different. Profit is not cash until your suppliers or until your customers pay you. So that is the big difference. So for instance, you could raise an invoice for £300, for instance, in a month. In that month, you could also deduct expenses of about £100. So your profit is £200. In that month, you've actually made £200. But if your customer doesn't pay you, you won't have cash of £200. So that is the huge difference. So on your profit and loss account, it's actually saying you have profit of £200, but you can't take your profit and loss account to the bank to pay for goods and services. And this is why people refer to have that proverb where they say cash is king, because you have to make sure that the cash comes in. And that is the big difference between the profit and cash. Yeah. So there is a relationship, however, between the two. In order to have lots of profit, you also need to have lots of cash. So the two kind of work together. You can't have profit without cash. So it's actually already beginning to tell you that what you need to lean to is actually making sure that the cash comes in. You have to make sure that the cash comes in. Make sure that you pay your invoices directly, issue your invoices on time, and make sure that the cash comes in. So that's a huge difference. So what are the reasons for you wanting to make sure that your business is profitable, and how do you actually begin to do that? So one important thing, which I'm not sure a lot of people do, they draw up a business plan, but not everybody, I think, sets up profit goals. If you want your business to be profitable and you want to plan beforehand, a good tip is to set your profit goal. How do you go about setting your profit goal? So you start from how much do you want to take home through your business? How much do you want to take home through your business? How much income do you want your business to actually be giving you? That is where you start from, because you're in it to get paid. You're one of the first people who will get paid. So you put that money aside and you record how much you want to be taking home from your business. And then also you add to that how much you think it will take to run your business. How much will it take to run your business in a year, for instance? So your setup costs might cost you about £2,000. And say you want to pay yourself in a month, say about £1,000. In a year, that's £12,000. Straight away, we're talking about £12,000 plus £2,000 to set up. That's £14,000. Yeah. So say that's all of your expenses, £2,000. So you got £14,000. The next thing that you want to do is that you want to make sure that your sales is actually covering all of those expenses. So your target is actually to just break even and come down to zero. So you have to set your profit goals. That is one tip to making your business profitable. The second point is actually to develop a strategy to actually improve your profit. So if you've already started off in business and you want to develop a strategy to improve your profit, what do? There are lots of different things that you could do to actually develop and improve your profit. So one is to make sure that you increase your sales revenue. And how do you increase your sales revenue? Do that by one, increasing your product lines. You could develop sales tactics with your staff. You could improve your customer service and train your staff appropriately. Increase your price. Think about increasing prices. Don't price yourself too low. Make sure that you're getting the sales coming in, and make sure that your prices are effective. The other thing that you want to start thinking about is making sure that you decrease your costs. Look at your costs. Don't be afraid to think about looking at discounts. Look at your costs, reduce them. Try to minimize waste as much as possible. So what you want to do is make sure that your profit is as much as possible. So you do that by increasing your sales, and you do that by reducing your costs. And the tip number 3, which I have for you, is generating a positive cash flow. How do you generate a positive cash flow? You do that by making sure that your cash is paid as much as possible. The tips which I shared in the workshop include doing things like, for instance, making sure that your package is designed such that your money is recurring, is coming in constantly on a monthly basis. So it reduces the amount of times that you have to chase your customers. It comes in on a regular basis. The second thing is to make sure that you invoice straight away. As soon as you've agreed a package with your customer, or this will be most important for people who provide services. As soon as you've agreed a package for your customer, make sure you invoice them straight away and agree payment terms. Possibly they could give you a deposit. The second thing is they can actually pay you up front, or you could give them payment terms like pay monthly. So that's another good one. But I think the most important thing to actually just really communicate to you in order to make your business profitable is to make sure that the cash flow comes in. Make sure that the cash flow is coming, and make sure that you're getting paid before you actually do the work. It's actually quite important. And also take a look at your costs all the time. And the best way to do that, a tool to actually use to do that, is a cash flow template, which I'm actually offering free. If you want a free cash flow template, send me an email and I will send you one. My email address is Eunice, EUNICE, at ENOaccountants.com. So if you want a free cash flow template, which I'm offering to people, you could send me an email and I will send you one straight away. But a good way of actually making sure that your cash flow is actually tight is using a cash flow template. And all the cash flow template does is it kind of works like a bank statement, but a cash flow forecast will actually, you're thinking ahead. So you're actually filling out your cash flow to the end of your year. So you actually are planning for how much you're expecting to come in. You're also planning for how much you expect to go out. And this is not a static document. It's not something you create and then you leave in your folder. It is used every single time. Hey Rebecca, good to see you. So a cash flow forecast is actually one of the good tools that you can use to make sure that your cash is tight and to make sure that your business is profitable. So on your cash flow forecast, it's actually difficult to describe verbally. And I did say that I'm offering a free cash flow template to anybody who wants one, to an email address. So send me one at eunice@enoaccountants.com. So your cash flow forecast will have your opening balance, and then you'd record what you expect to be all your cash sales, and then you'd record what you expect to be your cash expenses. Now notice that this is actually cash sales and cash expenses. So it's as you expected, the month you expected to hit the bank is when you'd record your cash sales and your cash expenses. At the bottom will be your closing balance. And you continue to do that monthly until you get to the end of your financial year. And then you can see on the bottom right-hand corner what you expect your cash to be at the end of the year. Hopefully it's a positive balance, and that's what you want. If it's not a positive balance, then you need to revise, because then your business is not profitable. So that is a great way to use a cash flow forecast, and that's how useful it is. So keep an eye on that cash. Make sure it's coming in, make sure you get paid. Keep an eye on the costs. If you're scaling up, there's a business life cycle tool where you're getting your money in, you're paying money out, you're generating a surplus, and that's the only way you can scale up your business and grow, because then you have enough money to reinvest into your business and scale up and grow. So I hope this has been useful to you. There's a lot more tips where that came from. I hope that's been useful. But if you need a cash flow forecast, it's eunice@enoaccountants.com. That's EUNICE@enoaccountants.com. Thank you for joining me. It's been my first live video, and I've enjoyed chatting with you. You can watch the video later on. Please feel free to share the video, and that will be good. Rebecca, I'll send you one. Send me your email address later, and I will send you a free cash flow template, and then we can even chat a little bit more off air. Well, thank you very much, and see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.